Hello, hi, and welcome to EmpathicFire. I'm your reader, Jay. Hello, everybody. I just wanted to make an all-inclusive intro for this series of love readings, which I'm going to do, just so I can give you an overall understanding of how the love readings will go and what my process was when I was thinking about designing these readings. So you'll see that I'm going to do each of the zodiac signs, but I'm going to organize them by their element. And I'm going to start with the first sign of the zodiac wheel, which is Aries. And we're going to end with Pisces. But of course, we're all going to lump that, or excuse me, what I'm going to do is I'm going to lump it all together, again, by elements, starting with fire signs, then we'll move to earth signs, then we'll move to air signs, and then we'll finish up with water signs. Since there are 3 signs within each element, there will be 3 separate decks used, with an overall oracle deck use as the anchoring energy, okay? So what you'll see is you'll see a main energy card that I'm going to use out of the Zodiac Oracle deck by Paolo, how do you say his name? Paolo Barbieri. So that'll be your central energy card. And then as I get into the meditation process, I'm going to select one deck for each sign. So you might end up with the Happy Tarot deck, which is by Serena Fica. You might end up with the Santa Muerte deck, which is by Fabio Lestrani, or you might end up with the Housewives Tarot deck, which is kind of a fun, quirky deck. You don't see a lot of readers using it, I don't think. And that is by Paul Keppel and Jake Buffum. And so, yeah, that's how it's going to go. You're going to get one central card, which is going to be your own zodiac, and then you're going to get one of the 3 decks, and there will be 6 cards in the spread, okay? On the left-hand side will be the energy of the zodiac sign in which we're addressing, who we're talking to, and then on the right side is going to be the energy of the partner that you might be thinking about, who you might be actually involved with, who you might be dating, who you might be interested in, and if you're absolutely single, it might be someone that you don't even know is interested in you, or that you haven't even met yet, okay? So that's how these love readings are gonna go. I'm gonna try it out. If it's not a great method, I'll switch it up the next time around. But for this first time of doing it, that's what I've decided to go with, okay? So let's get into your readings, starting with the fire signs. Hello, hi, and welcome, Earth signs. This is going to be your love messages for the first half of April 2018. I may have neglected in the intro to say that this would be for the first half. What I'd like to do with the love messages, or the love readings, I should say, is to divide them in halves. So we're going to start off with the first half, and hopefully in a couple weeks I'll come back and I'll do the second half for you guys. As I explained in the intro, I meditated on your energies off camera, deciding which tarot decks each sign would get. So Taurus, you've got the Housewives Tarot deck. Virgo, you have the Happy Tarot deck. And Capricorn, you're going to get the Santa Muerte Tarot deck. And since Taurus, you're the first Earth sign on the zodiac wheel, you will go first. Bye-bye, Capricorn. See you soon, Virgo. And again, that's you guys. You got the happy housewives. Hopefully, if somebody's a housewife, hopefully you're happy. All right, so Taurus, let's get you centered here. And that's going to be your anchoring energy, or your overall energy, your own, because this is a reading for you. And with each deck, I've gone ahead and meditated off camera. But since you're here now and it's just us, let me go ahead and reintroduce myself to your energy. And then I'll go ahead and I'll lay your 6 cards spread out, and then I'll get into your reading. There we go. And I just finished doing the fire signs readings, which were interesting. I kind of liked the flow of what I was doing. So I hope I can carry the ease over into the earth signs. And like I explained to the fire signs, Taurus, you're going to get 3 cards on each side. First card is going to be how you are when you're coming into this connection with this person who you come to this reading about. So what's your current status? How are you currently feeling about yourself or viewing yourself in this connection? Second card is going to be how you're viewing the person or the connection overall between you. And third card is going to be a desired outcome, what you're hoping for, or it's just going to be not a possibility, but what might be the next best step in this relationship, okay? So first card for Taurus, please. Thanks. Second card, again, it's going to be how you're viewing your partner or potential partner, or how you're viewing your relationship with them overall. How you're viewing the connection that you're making with them. And yeah, that's fine. Maybe it's this. That might need to go over a little bit. Yeah, that. Sorry, I'm being a little particular. Oh, and the third card, which is going to be yeah, but no. And I'm not judging the card. I'm not even looking at the card. I wasn't really asking at that moment, so we'll do a big cut there. And we'll ask more directly for what Taurus wants as the outcome. What's the desired outcome that Taurus wants? There. I feel better about it than before. It just kind of fell as I was adjusting your overall energy. And the cards for your partner are going to be a mirror, Taurus. So the first card's going to be how this person is viewing themselves, what's their current status in your connection, what they're bringing to the table energetically, who they might be. Second card is how they're viewing you right now, Taurus, in this connection, what they think about you, what they think about the connection you guys have together. Oh, cards don't usually fall on this side. But, yeah, like that. And the sixth card, third card on their side, is going to be their desired outcome for this connection, for their relationship, what they might hope is in store for you guys as a unit, or just what might be the next best step from their point of view, okay? Oh boy. And there's no card under the deck as you have the Taurus energy as your overall energy. And let's go ahead and flip these. Oh boy. And let's see what we get. Oh. Taurus. Let's see. All right. All right. Taurus, who you are right now, coming into this relationship, coming into this connection. And again, I don't know if I said, I'm pretty sure I didn't. This is for anyone who's in a relationship, you're dating, you're talking to somebody, or you're completely single, you have no one, but maybe you're interested in dating. Or if you're completely single and you're not interested in dating, this just might be applicable to you if, you know, there could be someone around you, a secret admirer, and that would explain the energies that are on this side. Again, if nothing resonates here for you, these messages just won't be for you, so don't force them if they don't fit, okay? So, Taurus, you are 10 of Pentacles. This is what you're bringing in. And this is how you're viewing yourself. All right, so the first words or phrase that I got here was June Cleaver. All right, in this card, there's a woman holding up a dinner plate. Pentacles in this deck are usually depicted as a dinnerware. So there's this plate with the 10 pentacles adorning the outside rim. And on the center is what looks like a pretty cool home. I don't know many people who, you know, if someone said, hey, do you want to live here? I don't know many people who would say no. A lot of people would love this kind of house, right? So I think you're seeing yourself as stable. I think you feel stable, or you're viewing yourself as stable, or having that to offer, having stability to offer. The interesting thing about this is that I think this is it's like picturesque. You believe you are, or what you're offering, or how you are approaching this relationship, this connection, is sort of this cardboard cutout, like I said, picturesque, almost maybe even like Hollywood, like movie screen, like, like I said, June Cleaver, like too good to be true. So in a way, I think you're kind of in a hopeful, wishing energy. You could very well have this. You could very well be offering to this relationship a happy, stable home. You could have a lovely house with a beautiful front yard there, and lots of acres of land or something like that. And since it is Pentacles, that could be money. So you could actually have a fair amount of money saved up, or be able to offer that in this relationship, or just have this if you're even single. If you're not dating anybody, you're not interested in dating, this could be you, that you are financially set up and you're financially strong, you're financially stable. But part of this feels like it's on display. Like, not only is she holding it up and sort of like, yeah, because I think her arms or her hands are actually on the rim of the plate. So not only is she holding this up and kind of like as a goal, like when you're in that position, I think having it held up would speak to like being proud of it, or trying to obtain it. But also, part of me is thinking like she's trying to hang this up. Now, granted, the size of this woman and the size of the plate, that would be really hard to do. But there's like a feeling of ornamentation here. Like, I think I said that to you in the general reading, and I apologize if it wasn't you, but I felt like for April's general readings for Taurus, I think I had said something like rose-tinted glasses, something about presenting yourself or presenting the circumstances in your life for you believing they're greater than they actually might be. There's a hint of that here. A hint of it. Okay? How are you viewing the person that you're connecting with? How are you viewing them? How are you viewing your connection with them? You view it as the Ace of Pentacles. Now, again, very relative to that Ten of Pentacles, because 10 is the top in the minor arcana cards. 10 is the top, and Ace is like the beginning, right? So I kind of think you're like, I think you're kind of placing all your bets on this person, so to speak, or this connection with this person, if it's not the actual person, but just the relationship, because that is possible. That could be two separate things that I'm saying there. Either you believe this person is your beginning and your end, and you kind of have put all your eggs in this person's basket, or you've put all your eggs in the basket of the relationship. There's a slight difference in that, I think, because you can want to be with someone. I'm not saying this is the case, but I'm just using it as an example. You can want to be with someone but not actually love them. You can want to be with someone because of what they provide for you. You can be with someone because you want a certain social status, but actually not have a loving, fulfilling, nurturing relationship with them. You can have a relationship on paper for show, like I mentioned here, or ornamentation, but not actually have something deep and not committed, but not effusive, not love-based. So there's that potential there where, again, I'm making a distinction between, you could either feel the relationship is the beginning and the end, you've invested so much, or the person is the beginning and the end. Now, if it's the person, and again, this is how you're viewing them or the relationship. If it's the person, I think you feel that they're like, okay, look at this. Like, it's a dinner plate and the hand is gloved, like a glove that you would wear if you're washing dishes. I think you feel this person, like you want to take care of them, like you treat them preciously, like you treat them like they're fragile, or you view them that way, like you view the relationship with them or them as a pristine person who needs to be treated with kid gloves, even though this is a rubber glove. You need to treat them with soft care, or they are that way. They are soft and fragile. They need to be treated, or they need to be taken care of. So there's some kind of two things. Like, this is all for show. It's a little pretentious, potentially, how you're coming in and how you're viewing the relationship or the person, or you actually have such high esteem of yourself in being able to take care of this person and nurture this person. Pentacles are not necessarily about nurturing, but you, Taurus, as the sign that we're talking about, are a nurturing sign. Okay, you really, when you care about someone, when you love someone, you want to take care of them. You want to build that type of relationship with someone in hopes that they'll take care of you too, but that's less your goal. Your goal is mostly to take care of the other person, to see them shine, to see them flourish. And that has wonderful qualities, and that's a wonderful quality to have, but it's not always good if we're talking about a partnership. And I neglected to say it, but at the beginning, but I'll say it now. The reason I chose this formation is that it mimics an art. It mimics an arch, right? And an arch is an architectural structure that offers support and stability, and it's based on equality. If one side of the arch is not equal to the other side in form and function, and it's not measured correctly, the arch is not going to work. So bear that in mind as we continue on here. So what are you hoping is your outcome with this person? Or what do you think is happening next for you? It's Five of Wands. All right. I think, first of all, going off of what I just said about nurturing, I think that you feel there's something to be taken care of on a domestic scale. Because traditional Rider-Waite on the Five of Wands shows a spar between like 5 different people, and they've got wands, and they're like going at each other, and they're attacking each other. In this woman is fending off appliances with feather dusters. Okay? I feel like there's something domestically going on here that you're in battle, that you're having to battle with you yourself. I don't think this is the other person, because this is your side of the read. So I think that you're feeling, dare I say, you're feeling attacked in the home. And God forbid if you're being attacked in the home. If you're being attacked in the home, literally being attacked physically, mentally, emotionally, whatever it is, please get help. Please take care of yourself. Turn that nurture energy onto yourself and get the hell out of there. But I feel as though your domestic situation is a little tense right now. And nobody hopes for that. So this is not something that you want, Taurus. I don't think that you want to have a dust up, pardon the pun, in your home. But I just feel that this is what's coming your way in the first half of April. Or this is what you're dealing with. This is what's coming to you. And it doesn't have to be something like so terrible like I'm mentioning. It doesn't have to be that you're actually being attacked. It could be that you're overwhelmed. Like, she looks a little defensive. She looks like she's, had to put that blender in a headlock maybe. But the other part of this is that she could just look like she's exhausted, like having to deal with all of these different things. I've got to do the ironing, I got to do the cooking, or make the drinks for the party that we're having. I gotta blend up the margaritas. And then in the morning, I gotta make toast and eggs for the kids. Like, that's a lot. So you might also be overwhelmed and kind of struggling to keep yourself afloat in this relationship. I'm saying in the home. You may not actually live with this person. Again, you might not even know this person. You might not have this person anywhere in your vicinity. But there's something where you're feeling like you have to be defensive. You have to push through to make sure your voice is heard, or that since it's the wands, your passion or what you're feeling energetically, or not what you're feeling energetically, but what you're feeling in your gut. Like, you may feel as if you're trying to build towards a happy home, and you may feel as though you want to plant seeds and have this wonderful new beginning, because Ace of Pentacles can also represent a new beginning or the potentiality of a beginning with a person, and you feel like you kind of have to argue about it. This could be arguments. And the look on her face is very defensive. Like, that woman is not playing offense. She's playing defense. So that's some tough energy to face. Oh boy. Who you're connecting with, or who your partner is at this moment, what they're bringing in to this relationship in the first half of April, is they have the Ace of Cups in reverse. Boy. So on your side, you've got a Pentacle of, or excuse me, you have an Ace of Pentacles. They got the Ace of Cups, but it's in reverse. So they feel tapped out. They feel a little drained, or this is how they view themselves. Just not having it to give. When it's upright, it's being offered. You can pour a beverage into this glass, into this cup. But when it's like this, you're not getting any wine, ma'am, if you don't turn that cup upside right. Or grape juice if you don't drink. You're not going to be able to drink unless the cup comes this way. But if it comes this way, there's nothing coming in, and it's upside down. So whatever was in it is out. So this person at some point, I think, had perhaps some emotional connection with you, some kind of connection with you. But now they're like, I don't want this anymore. Or it's just, it's all been poured out. Either it's left them and inexplicably, and for reasons they may not know or they may not understand, or they have actively poured it out. They've actively turned that cup upside down. So you're very giving here. You want to get something going, and they're coming in as like, I don't want any more. I don't want that. I have no interest in polishing dishes with you, or helping you serve the margaritas at our party on Saturday night. I'm not interested in any of that. So I feel like there's just a lack of reception here. How are they viewing you in this connection? In this relationship, they view you as the Ten of Wands in reverse. Ten of Wands in reverse, Taurus. This is how they're looking at you. So let me show you upright. I'm sorry. Since I don't think a lot of people have seen this deck. Ten of Wands upright, that's what that looks like, right? But in reverse, that would be very similar to the traditional definition with the Rider-Waite is, upright. That's a lot of wands, brooms and mops and rakes and stuff to be handling upright. Susan, you really should just handle those wands one at a time. But Susan's not doing that. She's stubborn. But in reverse, maybe Susan's getting a better grip of things. So I think that they would be viewing you, Taurus, or how they view your connection is as you are becoming unburdened, or you should be, or the relationship needs to come out of burden, needs to come out of this. Whoa, I dropped that. Or the relationship needs to come out of this kind of energy where it's almost, she's not juggling these things literally, but everything is jarbled. Like, if you look at the center of where all those wands kind of intersect, you would get lost like in a maze almost. So I think that there's some tension, some burden, some kind of strife that they believe you're going to let go of, or that you hopefully will let go of, or that you're in the process of letting go of. or that the relationship is letting go of. Like, I feel as if you both, I'm getting the feeling you both want different things, number one. And number two, I think that the way they're viewing this is not a rejection. A rejection, maybe. Rejection because of the Ace of Cups being turned down. Like I said, I think that's active turning down. So that could be a rejection. And this would be how they're seeing you, or how they believe both of you are. This might be what they... Yeah. That one's tough for me. That one's tough. Because this is the position of the outcome, right? For what they might want, or what they might be hoping for, or what just might be the next step for you guys. So let me go here, and I might come back to the Ten of Wands, because it makes sense, but it doesn't make full sense. So, in their desired outcome, or hopes or wishes, or just what's next best step for them on their side of things, is the Devil card, which is hilarious. Like, I don't know what your sense of humor is, but this just tickles my funny bone. But it's reversed, right? So, the Devil, what's the Devil? I mean, as these things are saying, or this pack of cigarettes there, it's a vice, right? Something that tempts you, something that you know isn't necessarily good for you, but you do it anyway, but it's come reversed. So this person who you're connecting with, Taurus, they're not the... They're not the nicest of characters in the sense of having their stuff together, being a balanced person, or being someone who is on the straight and narrow. They, like I said, with that little pack of cigarettes on the Devil card, they have been, or they have the potential to, give into their vices. And it's reversed, so I think that they don't want to do that. But I'm getting, since all three of those are in reverse, and all three of yours are upright, this is, again, I don't think you're on the same page. You're building towards something, and they're like digressing, or devolving. If I can go ahead and use that word, which is not a real word, but a lot of people use it. But so you're going up the ladder, they're coming down the ladder. Ships in the night. Two different pathways here. Does that mean a breakup if you guys are together? First of all, it doesn't mean a breakup if you're really happy and this doesn't apply. You're like, yeah, I'm doing my thing here, and my person is actually doing their thing, and we're meeting in the middle, and we're making a great arch. If that's happening in your life, this reading is not for you. Don't force it into your life if it doesn't resonate. So, but if it is resonating, then you would be here progressing, and they would be kind of going somewhere else in a different type of progression. I think they might be a little embattled. They might have their own struggles that they're dealing with. Because with that Ace of Cups in reverse, they're not receptive to newness, especially of the emotional type. So they're not willing to put more emotions into this situation that they have with you. And they're not able to receive new emotions that you might be trying to build towards, that you might be trying to stir in them, because you're going to be the good, wife or hostess or host, because this can go either way. It's not gender specific just because there's a female on that card. And you might be putting on your best face and you might be making an effort and they're not, is what this could potentially be. And that would make sense here now with the burden, where they see you and them, even though it's reversed, it's still crazy. Like, you hope that the woman on the card, I believe I called her Susan earlier, you hope that Susan gets it together and gets those wands sorted out and takes them one by one and does whatever she needs to do around the house with them. But that's what you're hoping for, or what your partner would be hoping for. They want this to be resolved. this burden to be lessened, to be let go of. And maybe to them, the burden is the relationship. Maybe the burden in their eyes is them, because they would be included in this card too. If it's about you and them in the relationship, potentially. It's about you, but then it's also about how you two connect. And maybe the burden of this is themselves, and they want you to let them go. So it could be a breakup, it could be a separation, it could be any of those things. But it's definitely not easy, this situation or this relationship that you find yourself in, Taurus. I really, really wish you well in it. I would say keep your head up. I would say keep your chin up. But if you're really dealing with some BS in your house where you're being intimidated or threatened or made to feel like every time you walk in the door you get tense and you get uncomfortable, get out of that. That's not chill at all. So good luck, Taurus. I wish you the best of luck with that, okay? All right, I'll clear the board now, and then we're going to get into Virgo's energy. All right, Taurus. Bye. See you later. Welcome in, Virgo. Hi, Virgo. There you are. Oh, my God. This thing slides around all the time. Virgo, my friends. Hi. You guys had the happy deck, so we're going to get that. How are you doing, Virgo? Hope you're doing well. This is the happy deck, or at least the bottom card, just to give you a preview of what it looks like if you're not familiar. I did meditate previously before I started recording this, so let me go ahead and reconnect quickly with your energy. Good, yeah, okay. Virgo. Hello again. Virgo. All right, so first card out is going to be who you are when you come to this reading in this relationship, how you're viewing yourself. Okay. Where you are now in this stage of the relationship, maybe even your status within the relationship. That's going to be card number one, so let's get that for you. Virgo, come on. You know? Where are you? Stop? No. Maybe not. There. Oh, wow. Okay. You flew so far, Virgo. Come back to me. There you are. Alright. Card 2, Virgo, is going to be... Oh, boy. Didn't finish talking. Card 2, Virgo, is going to be how you're viewing the other person in this relationship, in this connection, or how you're viewing the two of you as a unit, as a pair. Okay. Third card, Virgo, is going to be your desired outcome, what you might be hoping for in the relationship, or what might be the next best step in your relationship from your point of view. What might be advisable to you. Oh, yeah, there you go. Okay, where'd you go? There you are. Alright, and their energy, your partner's energy, is going to be a mirror of yours. So the first card is who they are, how they feel about themselves, how they view themselves, coming into this connection with you, Virgo. What's their current status? How are they feeling right now in this first half of April 2018. Second card is going to be how they're viewing you, the first half of April 2018, how they're viewing their relationship with you, their connection with you. Third card is going to be their desired outcome, what they might be hoping for, what they might be wishing for in this relationship with you in the first half of 2018, or what might the next best step be from their point of view. What might be some advisable steps for them to take. Oh, Virgo. What's going on with your top? There they go. It's like, I felt something, but then it didn't come out. Alright, so, no bottom of the deck, because you, Virgo, are the central anchoring energy of this reading. And what I'll do is I'll flip all these over, and we'll get into it. Nice. Potentially. I shouldn't say that until I, like, really feel it. Okay. Nice-ish. Yeah, okay, nice. Nice-ish. There you go. Alright, Virgo, coming into your connection for this love reading, you are bringing in the energy, or you feel like you're viewing yourself as the Four of Wands. Look how cute. Isn't that lovely? So, I think you're feeling pretty stable in this relationship. I think that you're feeling like you've made a good connection with this person. And if you're married, definitely I hope you feel that way, because this is, in the traditional deck at least, the Rider-Waite's, this would be one of the marriage cards, or one of the cards of a long-term union, right? So I think that you feel like you've got, that song, "You've Got a Friend in Me" by, like, Randy Newman, I think his name is. That kind of came into my head, and that's funny because there are musical notes there on the card, so that's interesting. But, like, there's a kindred connection that you have with this person, or you're viewing yourself as bringing that to the table, this kindred connection with this person. Like, that's, I think you feel pretty happy. Like, the face of the one character on the left is, like, exuberant, right? Like, like, so excited for this little picnic, this little basket that she or he is carrying, like, whatever. And it's not like you to be that way, Virgo, to be, like, so enamored, but I think you kind of are. And the other person might be a little more reserved. Or that might be you, because, you know, they're both on this card, and and it is on your side of the reading here. But there might be sort of a meeting of opposites coming together here. Either way, you're coming in interested in stability, interested in making a connection, making long-term plans, or getting into the habit of making, like finding maybe even like a hobby together, because wands would be energetic energy. It's about passions, it's about creativity. So you might be looking to make not practical, but creative. There it is, creative. Yeah, like you wanna get involved with this person in a way that pleases you both. Like, you want to find something you're both interested in and turn it into a passion, turn it into something that you both can sort of build upon. It's really interesting. How you're viewing them, or how you're viewing the relationship with them, the connection that you have with them, is the Page of Wands in reverse. It's not a deck most people use on YouTube, so I'm just going to show it to you in upright so you can look at the artwork. But it is in reverse. So I think you're viewing your partner or potential partner or whoever you might be interested in, whoever you might be flirting with, whatever, or, you know, if you're married, your spouse, as being a little off, not off on their own, but like off, like turned off, like a switch is turned off. And not in a permanent way, because switches, as their name indicates, can go up or down, you know, or left or right. It can be turned on or off, right? So I think that right now you're viewing this person or the connection that you have with them to be in the off position, the off mode. And there's some sort of energy missing between you two. You're not vibing right now, right? There might be like, because the Page of Wands is a messenger, and the Page of Wands is sort of, he's sort of an adventurer. He's sort of like, look at him in the upright. He's smiling with his eyes closed, and he's on a pathway. Well, I don't know what kind of pathway that is. It looks like it's made of candy or something. But he's on a path. He's on a road. And he's likely traveling. Maybe he's making a pit stop. But he's smiling with his eyes closed. What does that mean? Like, he moves through the world with such tenacity. Not tenacity. Such belief, such faith, such conviction. There we go. Conviction. And sort of like a non-defeatist attitude. In this position, he's not going anywhere. In reverse. So I think you might be seeing this person or your relationship with them as being sort of stuck right now, or sort of without drive, without passion. It's in the off switch. And the reason I think that came to me initially was this off switch thing is because I think that can be turned around. Because I think you have experienced the Page of Wands with this person already in the upright position, or you're hoping to get it to that point. Maybe you're just starting to date this person and you see the potential for the page to be upright, but you know in reality he's not. So you're kind of just rolling with it. Now, what do you hope for on your side of things? What do you think the next best thing to happen for you guys, or what you're desiring potentially is the Judgment card, Major Arcana Judgment. And what's Judgment about? It's much happier in this deck, not just in name, but in actual depiction, than it is in other tarot decks and even the traditional Rider-Waite. These folks are happy to get up out of their graves. They are happy that angel is blowing the horn and calling them up out of the ground. So you, like I said, are like, yeah, man, I'm into this. I want to see this go forward. I want to see this take a turn. I want to see this go from 6 feet under to walking up on the ground, on the earth. I hope you don't want like Walking Dead type stuff, like zombie from the grave thing. I don't think you want that. So I think you literally want that was coming out of my mouth, so go ahead, I'll finish it. It came in, so I'll let it out. Another chance. So this could be a situation with someone where you have been involved with them before, and you want to see that relationship come back from the dead. That's possible. But if it's not an ex, and I'm doing this in the Mercury retrograde period, and the first half of April does happen during Mercury retrograde, so this is very possible it could be an ex. But if it's not, and it's just someone that you're dating, someone that you've met recently, I think that you kind of want to get out of this funk. You want to get out of this stuck period. You want to get out of this limbo, and you want to get moving. You know, you want to get out of repose. Like when a body's in the ground, it ain't going anywhere. And you want to go somewhere. You want to get into a connection. How's your partner coming into this? How's the person that you're connecting with coming into this? How do they see themselves? they see themselves as the Seven of Cups, and they're bringing that energy in with them. Now, this to me is one of the better depictions of the Seven of Cups. Like, I like it this way. It appeases me in some way, and that's just a personal anecdote. But so what's up with this young woman? This young, well, let's not be closed-minded. What's up with this young person with pigtails who may or may not be female? They are doing some hardcore window shopping, like just pinned up against that glass, hand smudging the glass for sure, looking at all these lovely cups that are on display with all the different things inside of them. What's in these cups? We've got a castle in one. I think we've got a dragon. There's a ghost in one. So maybe you guys connect on that Walking Dead thing I said earlier. Maybe you guys like to watch it together. I don't know. Ghosts and zombies, they go together, don't they? You got a snake in one, and then you got jewels. You got a kid. Looks like a kid. A little baby is in that one or something. So this person is going through the catalog, looking at the display on the storefront of Macy's or, H&M. Where do people shop? I don't know. But they're looking at all the goods and they're weighing it up. They're sizing it up. So I think that whoever you're connecting with right now, they have choices. They know they have choices. They are very aware that they have choices, and they're taking their time. Like, these cups are not up for grabs. There's glass between this person and the cups that they may choose from. So this person has to go through a whole rigmarole to get access to these cups. It's not going to be just grab it off the shelf and go somewhere. So they might be choosing between you and other people or another person. Or they might be choosing between you and something else that they're interested in, like a hobby or a new opportunity that's available to them. Because it's cups, might be something emotional. So they may very well be interested in you, but they very well may have been interested in, doing a semester at sea. Since we do have this person out on a beach somewhere. And there is a little island in the back there with like a little lollipop tree looking like. So there might be an opportunity for them to go somewhere, even though Seven of Cups isn't about travel per se. There is this element of being at sea or on an island at least. Not at least, but also on an island. So they might be on an island in the sense of like they might be isolating themselves in a way while they make this choice, while they weigh up their options. There's a lot of consideration in the Seven of Cups. So they're considering things. That's who they are right now, okay? How they view you, or the connection between you, is Six of Cups. So, yeah, okay. Look at that. It's cute, right? And most of these cards are going to be cute. This deck is so cute and silly. But look, you've got this connection between these two characters, right? Who they share some kind of bond. They share some kind of similarities between them. They're both dressed in blue. Both dressed in blue. And one is offering to the other. I always take this as like an older sibling taking care of a younger sibling. Not saying that the person you're connecting with is your sibling. If that's your reality, more power to you, but that's not at all what I'm suggesting here. But it's that feeling of like when you're younger and your older brother or sister takes care of you, or you are taking care of your younger brother and sister, and like, you know, like you're sitting down with each other at the breakfast table and you're like sharing your Cheerios with them, or you're playing like little games with each other. Like, I think they feel towards you like this, similar to what was here with you yourself in the Four of Wands, like this kindred thing, like this connection, but to them it's more from the past. So again, that might be X energy. Geez, duh. That might be X energy. This might be, yeah, they are thinking about you too, or how they view you is through they see you, and there's a nostalgic vibe there, and there's a wanting to go back and have this tender connection with you. So Virgo, I hate to steer this so heavily in the way of X, but for some of you it might be hitting that way, that you're thinking about someone from your past with the Judgment card, maybe a little bit with the Four of Wands, and they are also thinking about you, the person from your past, potentially. Will they come forward? Will you go to them? Will you reconnect? Only Mercury retrograde can tell. Again, keep that in mind. This is Mercury retrograde. And just because those energies make us go back and revisit the past or reconsider the past doesn't mean you actually have to go back and stay there. If you have an ex and you're like, stay away, don't come near me, this is not saying you need to run back into their arms or that they're going to come running back into yours. So Mercury retrograde is a little tricky that way. Now, what's their desired outcome? What's the potential next steps or advice for them in the future? It's the Queen of Cups. So this person you're connecting with is cups, 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 which is interesting because you've got that Page of Wands in reverse on them. So this might be I'll think about that. We'll come back to that potential. Queen of Cups. What's she all about? Well, look at her. Isn't she so cute? I keep saying the same word, but it's so ridiculous. Look at those angels, those cherubs flying around her and playing at her feet. And then she's got that huge cup in her lap, which looks like a large, coffee mug with a heart on it. This is... I don't know why, and I don't know anyone in my workplace like this, but this card is reminding me of a workplace mom, like a woman named Suzanne, and she comes around and she always knows it's your birthday and she gives you a gift and you're like, I don't even talk to this woman, but 3 times a year, yet every year she gives me something for my birthday. This is the kind of energy that I'm getting, where this woman, and not saying that your partner is female, but the woman in the card and the energy off of the card is sitting and reflecting on just the joys and the positivity in life and really wanting to share that with other people. Those cherubs are not only there because of the energy that radiates from this woman, but they're also there because she gives it's a shared thing I'm getting. So they want some kind of emotional connection with you, your partner, or whoever you might be connecting with. And I think they kind of want to have it in a way that is sharing, right? Because you've got the Six of Cups beneath the Queen of Cups. And there is a slight receptivity to the Queen of Cups. Slight. Like I said, the cherubs, the little angels are giving to her too, but she's mostly giving out. Suzanne in your office, she's going to give you the gifts, but, and she knows people aren't going to give her anything on her birthday, or they're not going to give her anything for Valentine's Day, even though she gives everybody those little heart candies and stuff. But come Christmas time, because it is Christmas, and if your name isn't Scrooge, you're probably going to give gifts on Christmas. So Suzanne knows at some point she's going to receive, but she's mostly giving. So I think the person that you're connecting with is a little trepidatious, a little scared to make a choice, a little, not necessarily scared, trepidatious, like I said, so a little anxious. They want to make sure they make the right choice. And whatever they choose, they want to have this effusive connection, an innocent, nostalgic connection that does involve some kind of give and take, but I think that they overwhelmingly want to give right now or in the future. So I think you are connecting with someone who, like I said earlier, with the Page of Wands in reverse, is a little in a stuck energy. And I think your best advice is to kind of just wait it out until they approach you, or you get some kind of sign to approach them. Like you get some kind of slight confirmation that it would be good to get yourself and them out of these graves and kind of get some energy or some flow back into this connection. It's very beautiful. You know, a lot of cups energy on their side. So they might be deep in their feels right now, which again is very common with Mercury retrograde. So take that with a grain of salt. And I think the only, if I had to warn you, if I had to give you something to be cautious about, I don't see practicality here with the pentacles. I don't see any kind of pentacles here. I don't see any kind of energy that might come from the Hermit, or even an energy that might even come from like the Devil card or the Empress card, since those are all the majors for the Earth sign. So I don't see groundedness here. This all might be very dreamy, wishful, hopeful, and might lack the actual ingredients to show up in your life in the 3D. Okay? So be wary of that. Take that and, you know, just kind of pin that. Okay? All right, Virgo, thank you for watching. And I'm going to clear the board now. Oh, and I didn't tell Taurus, but I'll tell you because I'm remembering. If you did like your reading, Virgo, please go ahead and like and share the video. Leave comments below if you feel compelled to do so. If you don't, obviously, what are you going to do? I can't force you. And I would never. That's not my type of thing. So, bye-bye, Virgo. And hello, Capricorn. Capricorn, there you are. Let's get your energy laid here on the table in the center. And let's get your cards out. Again, we're using the Santa Muerte deck for you. And as I meditated on your energies at the beginning of the video, I'm going to go ahead and get reestablished with you here on the deck. Capricorn, first half of April, love, 2018. How are you, Capricorn? I brought you up to the table. I put you here, put your energy down, put your card down. But I didn't ask how you were. I apologize. How are you? I hope you're doing well. Alright. Make your deck up a little bit. All right, Capricorn. First card out, as I've explained to Taurus and Virgo, is going to be the card that represents you and how you are coming into this relationship in the first half of April. What your energy is, what your mindset is, what your potential status is right now, how you're actually viewing yourself, okay? Okay. There we go. Second card, Capricorn, is going to be how you're viewing your partner or potential partner at this time in the first half of April, or how you're viewing your connection with them, your relationship with them. Third card, Capricorn, is going to be your desired outcome, what you might be hoping for, what you might be wishing for or praying for in this connection. Or it might be the next best step in your relationship with this person. Their cards on this side are going to mirror yours. So the first card out for them is going to be how they're viewing themselves in this relationship. The energy that they're bringing into it. Second card is going to be how they're viewing you in this connection, in this relationship right now, or how you are connecting with them, and how they're viewing you guys as a unit. Yes. Yes. And God, I'm having an itchy feeling here in my right, or excuse me, my left thumb. Don't know my left from my right for all of a sudden. Anyway, third card is going to be their desired outcome, their hopes, their wishes, what they desire in the relationship, or the next best step from their perspective. There's no bottom of the deck energy, as your energy, Capricorn, is the anchor for this reading. Turn them all over. See what I feel here. Okay. Yeah, okay. All right, Capricorn. How you are coming into this relationship, into this reading, I apologize, is you are the Two of Cups in reverse. I'll show it to you upright, since I don't think a lot of people use this deck on YouTube. Isn't that nice? Isn't that beautiful? But it's in reverse. So I think that you're coming in not able to connect right now. I think you're coming in, I feel like your energy and attention is elsewhere. Like, I think you are aware that you desire a romantic connection, or that you have one that needs to be focused on, or that is present, that could require some of your attention. You're just not able to give it right now, because whoever you're connecting with, they are of some significance to you, as it's the Two of Cups, which in traditional interpretations, especially in the Rider-Waite deck, this is a soulmate card. I would, looking at it in the upright, I would definitely agree with that. Like, this one skull, and just say all the cards in this deck, they're going to have skeletons and skulls, and I apologize if that's not your cup of tea, but it is what it is, okay? So this one skeleton is pouring the water from their head, from their head cavity into the other skeletons, and then that skeleton is reaching into the rib cage of the other and reaching for that heart. So there's this cyclical connection between these two figures, these two skeletons, but it's in reverse. And I don't take this reverse right now, as I feel it now in this reading, as like, oh no, you're not going to be together, you guys aren't meant to be. No, I take it as like, you want it, but you can't have it just yet. You know that you're blocked from this person, or that there's some kind of wedge between you. There's something that's not allowing this energy to flow easily, to flow naturally, okay? How you're viewing them coming into this time period is you view them as the Two of Wands in reverse. Let me show you upright first. Like a bandito. And in the reverse, stuck is the first word that came to mind. This person is stuck. They're in a situation that they can't get out of. Like, upright, the skeleton looks like it's ready to fight. Like, this skeleton is about to shoot its way out of this overgrown garden. But when it's reversed, the entanglement is so much stronger. So I feel like this person that you're connecting with, you view them as being entangled and not able to fight their way out, not able to make this connection with you. They're unavailable in some kind of way. They're a fighter, though. That's good. I think that they might want to do it. They may absolutely be someone that's used to kind of brandishing their pistols and, you know, doing high noon shootouts or whatever. But right now, they can't. The connection between you here and here, or at least how you both are coming in from your point of view, is that you're both stuck. You're both like not able to get to move an inch in some type of progression. So that kind of sucks. That's a loud note there in the opera. So there, that crescendo in the song there happened as I was kind of making that connection. So maybe there's a message in there for someone. Okay, how you're viewing or what you're hoping for as the outcome of this situation, or the next step for you guys, is the Eight of Wands. Show it to you upright first. But again, it's come reversed. So, Eight of Wands, typically in Rider-Waite decks, in many tarot decks, is about communication. I would say this one is also about communication because the skull's mouth is open. And all the other wands, which are, looks like, if anything, a bunch of vines strung together, they also have skulls. And the mouths are also open on those. So I would agree that this would be about communication, but it's in reverse. So I think that you would want, maybe there's arguments going on. Maybe that's it. Maybe you're both stuck because you kind of both have your different approaches to this relationship. You're coming from a more emotional standpoint. They might be coming from a more fiery, passionate standpoint. So maybe you're being a little sensitive, maybe they're being a little insensitive, and you're having fights about it, and maybe you want those fights to stop. Or maybe you're communicating too much, you know, maybe you talk every day. And that can wear a person out, having to talk to their partner every day and having to sustain communication, sustain a conversation. You know, why didn't you text me back? I texted you like 20 minutes ago. That could like really be too much for a person. Like, what are you talking about 20 minutes? It's only been 20 minutes. So maybe that's kind of turned your cup's energy, your emotional energy, on its head with them. And maybe you're kind of going cold or getting annoyed with them has to kind of turn their passion down, because Wands is about passion and Wands is about fight. So maybe they're like not willing to put in as much effort as they were previously in this relationship, and then that gives you guys this sort of crappy, disjointed, or stifling way of communicating or connecting with one another. And they're all in reverse. I think I had to tell both Virgo and Taurus about the Mercury retrograde. So I'm doing this now in Mercury retrograde, this video. And this is the time period where Mercury is going to be in retrograde. So when it comes to communication, when it comes to your intentions, things might be misinterpreted, or things might be a little more overly sensitive than they might be when we're not in a retrograde period. So take that to heart. Take that with a grain of salt, okay? Mercury's in retrograde. Put a little asterisk next to everything that you say or do towards someone and everything that they say or do towards you. Like, put a parenthetical around it. Note, I didn't mean what I said when I said what I said. How are they coming in the first half of April? They're coming in as the Devil reversed. That's your Devil upright. There I go again, talking in Southern accents, I'm sorry. And that's going to be the Devil in reverse. So this is your card, Capricorn. So they're coming in knowing you. They see you. But they're coming in themselves, in your energy. in the reversal of your energy. So there might be, I think you would be on their mind. Maybe they feel like, they might be taking the lower side of Capricorn energy, not you as you, the Capricorn that we're talking about, but Capricorn in general. Some of the traits that Capricorns are known for. I think they might be indulging in the lower end of those energies, or the lower qualities, the lower vibration of those qualities. I think they might be playing some mind games. They might be interested in manipulation. And when it's turned down, when things are in reverse, it doesn't always mean it's not happening. It could mean that it's lessened, or it could mean that there's a certain spin on it. It doesn't mean if the devil is upright, oh no, fear the devil, or fear the devil energy. And when it comes reversed, oh, happy days, there's no issue with the devil. No, there's still issue with the devil here. And this particular devil card is very menacing because, let me double check here. Yep, because unlike the traditional tarot where the people are in chains, but the chains they look so loose that they could actually get out, this is a devil that uses marionettes. And those strings, double check again. Yeah, those strings are definitely attached to the marionettes, to the puppets, right? So even when it's reversed, again, I'm not feeling this as a straight up negative or cancellation or something. I think that there might be some manipulation going on. There might be some mind games of they're telling you one thing but then doing another. There might be some pretense, falseness involved on their end. Or that's how they see themselves, and they're very aware of what they're doing with you. They're very aware that they're pulling your strings, that they're pressing your buttons, that they're getting you all worked up. So, caution is the best thing I can say right now. Caution. How they're viewing you in the situation. Capricorn, they're viewing you as the King of Swords in the upright. This King of Swords he's got some military garb there on his suit jacket. He's got the machete in one skeletal hand. Interesting. And his eye sockets are a spade from a regular playing deck of cards. And that really draws me. I think they see you, Capricorn, as having a certain sharp awareness or sight. And you could do damage with that machete. They know it. They see you as that, or they see the connection that they have with you as being potentially damaging. Like, I think they're a little weary of you. I think they are, even though they're potentially manipulating you or trying to play mind games with you or pull your strings, I think that they know that they're not going to be able to get away with it, or that you're on to them. Okay? The King of Swords has to be a smart guy if he's decorated in the military or decorated with some type of authority and ability to take charge or lead, or be entrusted with a mission, be entrusted to perform a duty. So I think they see you, Capricorn, as being someone not to be trifled with, even though they are trifling with you. This person you're dealing with, potentially, it's not for everybody. If it doesn't fit, please don't force it. If this is not resonating with you, I apologize. Come back next time. Maybe the message will be for you. But for those of you where this is hitting, this is resonating with you, my gosh, I think you're dealing with someone who might be kind of, what do you call that, a sadist, right? Someone who likes to ruffle feathers, damn the consequences, damn the blowback, damn the potential of ruining something. And they know you're aware of that. They know that they know that you see them, and they kind of don't care. Now, what are they hoping for as the outcome? What are they looking forward to in the future as possibly the next best step? Ace of Wands. So in a weird twist, these games that they're playing, this manipulation that they have, that they're trying to exert onto you, I think they're kind of into it. I think they're kind of kinky. Because Wands is about passion and sexuality and sensuality. It's also about creativity. But right now, as I'm viewing this, especially with that Devil card there, and this guy, some people like that. Like when someone is so staunch or stoic and so by the book, that's like some people view a person like that as like, oh my God, I gotta screw with that person. I gotta get in their head. I gotta make this like it's a fun game to them. And I think that's what some of you out there, that's what you're dealing with. Somebody who's a little kinky, somebody who's a little mischievous, somebody who's a little off their head. They're not that they're crazy, but they're crazy. They're not in crazy like in a clinical sense. They might be. This is a big wide world and we all need love, right? They might be, but they're crazy in the sense of like, because you've got some kind of love for them with the Two of Cups. You feel some kind of connection with them and they have some passion for you. So there is something on your end that's encouraging them, that you connect with this person, but they're poking a bear when they don't have to poke the bear. You know, they might be like a daredevil type, a person to push the limits, to see how far they can go, just for funs, just to have fun. I want to see how much I can make you believe a certain lie or believe a certain story that I keep spinning and compiling more and more falseness into. And sometimes there's no reason for that. Like, sometimes it's fun and games, but I think this person is a little bit more than fun and games. Like, I think they might be one of these people who, when a situation's so good, they have to destroy it or throw it off balance, throw some chaos into the mix. You want to bake a cake? You want to bake a strawberry shortcake? Okay, how about we add some spicy hot paprika? Like, they're the type of It's not only because I was just using that cooking allegory, but you know that scene in Mrs. Doubtfire where Mrs. Doubtfire goes out to dinner with the ex-wife and the new boyfriend and the kids and keeps going back and forth between the tables, and at some point goes into the kitchen knowing that the boyfriend at the table has an allergy to pepper, goes into the kitchen and puts spicy pepper on the dude's dish, knowing full well that the guy's allergic to pepper. That's who this is over here. Mrs. Doubtfire, drunk off the whiskey, trying to get a rise out of Pierce Brosnan's character. And then what happens later in the scene? The guy chokes, almost dies. And then, ironically, Mrs. Doubtfire has to come in and save the day. So you're dealing with that kind of person. The person who sets the trap, sets the chaos into motion, and then swings in like they're the rescuer, like they're the hero. And they're trying to get laid too. But they know you know this. So that's kind of the crazy part. They know that you know that about them. But they're still going to play this game with you anyway. That's freaking crazy. I don't envy your situation at all. You are a better man or woman than I am, because I could not deal with that. I could not handle such a person. So if you're handling them and you love them and you're committed to them and you're going to ride this out, you're going to ride that bull for more than 8 seconds, good for you. You have my full support. I appreciate it. or I appreciate you. So yeah, Capricorn, that's going to be your reading for the first half of April. I thank you for watching your portion of the video. If you watch the whole video, I really appreciate you. And if you appreciate me, or you appreciate this reading, please go ahead and like the video, share it, make comments on it. That would be great. And I hope to see you when I do this in a few more weeks, when we come back and do the second half of April readings for you and your fellow Earth signs, as well as all the others. So thanks so much for watching. Bye.